Yeah, Jenny Randerson on the old Works on the Assembly debate. Well, she didn't want to talk about that one when that was displayed down there. Did she, Mr. Richard Evans? South Wales Echo. What about this one? They didn't want to talk about that today, Dave. Welsh Assembly. Criminal negligence. And they didn't want to talk about Judge Chickenbottom. Did they, Dave? No, they did not. That's the Welsh Assembly for you. Criminal negligence. And that's the BBC helping them out. Because they might talk about the Thatcher sculpture, but they didn't want to talk about the Crazy Dave paintings, did they? Nope. Well, I should get dressed tidy for all this, but unjust law. Cannabis. 1 week you're a Class C criminal. Next week you're a Class B criminal. And before you was a Class C criminal, you were a Class B criminal before. What none of these people in a Welsh Assembly want to take on board, or Parliament, is the physical effects of smoking cannabis. You can eat it, you can drink it. They know 3 million of us do it according to BBC figures, government figures, and we all know that BBC figures and government figures are often way less than the real thing. Some people say there's 7 million regular users of cannabis in this country. So 7 million people now being criminalised, and if the police wanted to, although they say they're not going to, change the way they've been looking at the cannabis users in this country, that's 3 to 7 million people who run the risk of being in prison for 5 years because they're doing something that somebody else kind of doesn't agree with. It only affects them, nobody else. It's alright for alcoholics to get pissed out of their head every day. That's acceptable because it's one of the, tragic events of alcohol being in society. The medical profession like to say that, you're all going to go schizo on that stuff. But they don't want to deal with the physical effects of people having to smoke it all the time. Do they, Mr. Gordon Brown? They don't want to have that debate, do they, Mr. Gordon Brown? Oh no, they just want to chuck them in prison because that's the easiest option. Or have that as a choice for them, if they so decide. I've asked for political asylum in an EEC country where my usage isn't criminalised. Maybe I can get out of the habit of smoking it and have it in my food and beverages. But no, the government haven't wanted to discuss that kind of issue, that human rights issue. And maybe I would go on those patches to stop smoking then. And maybe my physical health might be a little bit better. Maybe I'd breathe a little more easily, Maybe, just maybe there'd be a little bit of care and consideration. I've been a creative person, from writing letters through to painting paintings, through to taking banners up, through to making these videos. I've had every human right violated that I can think of. BBC's aided and abetted not showing these when they've been displayed on Cardiff Bay, but they're having a hoo-ha because there's a sculpture of Margret Thatcher being paid for by taxpayers displayed down the Welsh Assembly. Margret Thatcher. Well, maybe, Mr. Brown, you can say, instead of Class C, we'll have it Class X or Class Y or Class Z. You know, because I really don't see why I should be criminalised, risk having 5 years imprisonment just because of a choice I make, when it's no different. In fact, I would prefer to be an addicted cannabis user than I would to be an alcoholic. And that's just me.